The Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, free translation by Nickolay Gurevich, read by Nickolay Gurevich, Part 12. My thoughts are dull and slow, I wearily plod, trying to get behind this world facade. I just pray that Allah grants me some understanding. Only God comprehends the design of God. I have seen and enjoyed every moment of it, never thinking of time when I will have to meet my Creator and finally ask for forgiveness, since I failed so many more sins to commit. Being a slave of passions, a life spoiled brat, at the end of it I feel remorse and regret. Though God merciful still decides to forgive me, I am too ashamed even to ask Him for that. Heaven never would let man be happy for long. For each moment of joy, vows come like a throng. They remind us constantly who is in power. Man can do no right, God can do no wrong. Wine ruins your life, my good friends used to tell. On the judgment days, devils will take you to hell. So what I prefer to the life everlasting, a few moments of paradise under its spell. Oh, the merciless God in the merciless sky, if you hate me so much, may I just know why. When my soul was burning, I asked thee for rain, adding oil to fire was your reply. God help him who would never wear silken brocade, nor put on a disguise at the life's masquerade, who remains himself despite many temptations, and to tell nothing but the truth isn't afraid. I would ruin my house and sell the last brick to buy wine which makes me exceedingly thick, but the next day I still have to find some money to drink more. God forgive me, I'm spineless and weak. Don't cry, it is useless. Accept the defeat. Tears cannot cancel death. Better get used to it. Dust returning to dust, clay to clay, our wise heads soon enough shall be needed by the potter's feet. Like a ball you are driven by the cruel fate at the dazzling speed toward the deadly gate. When this game will end has been already determined, he who written the rules has established the date. Drinking wine becomes an unbearable yoke. If I have one more glass, I would probably choke. Startled, my friends replied, Omar, you must be joking. I have emptied it quickly. Of course, it's a joke. If I'm drinking too much, don't tell me to stop. It's futile, for wine is my only hope. No matter how terrible is a hangover, it is better than to hanging myself by the rope. It is better than to hang myself by the rope. Because wisdom is valued with us less than tea, because only a fool forgets his misery, I will drown what's left of my mind in wine. Maybe then fate will kindly smile at me. God, your mercy is slow, but anger is swift. When it comes to rewards, you are not a spendthrift. If a sinner can earn an admission to heaven, try to be kind, Lord. Let him in as a gift. What you see is a form, not an essence. The link between two of them is never what one may think. Don't try to make sense of what doesn't. Sit down in a quiet place somewhere, relax, have a drink. The pure spirit you are, in my body a guest. Stay with me, I would grant your slightest request, and if nothing makes you happy but the pure wine, ask as much as you want before I lay to rest. Come with me to a tavern, it's not a big sin. Truth and justice can often be found therein, while a madrasa among scribes and scholars, neither wisdom nor righteousness are genuine. In this life, what is better than wine and art? Only your caresses, my lovely sweetheart. Everything gives me pleasure when we are together. Nothing can make me happy when we are apart. After drinking the red wine, who needs a book? At the yellow page is disgusting to look, since it's better to be ruddy than green and pale. I took up drinking wine and reading forsook. I did not come to bring peace, he said, by a sword. If you follow me, heaven is the reward. All my life I felt punished, betrayed and forsaken. Would you keep your promise this time, cruel God? Why is this chalice empty, insipid and dry? Where is wine that used to burn and purify? Feel it once more, forget the Quran prohibitions. Let your spirit become the red-winged butterfly. After praying all day, to a tavern I went. To stay there all night long was my steadfast intent. After squandering life in a mosque and madrasa, I have come to a tavern to drink and lament. If a man incoherently mutters, it's me. If he screams and obscenities utters, it's me. If he stumbles and falls, going home from a tavern, if you see an old fool in a gutter, it's me. If you have to drink, but don't lose your head. If you like, talk and argue, but don't get mad. To your drinking companions, when they contradict you, one who wants to have friends should act like a cat. Let the holy man curse me, insult and upbraid. To relieve a hangover, I would have to trade in the month the Quran for a bottle of wine. I cannot face a new day without its aid. Since death will not have mercy on me anyway, what the point of begging God for one more day? Since life is so short in the sublunar world, I would rather drink wine and make love than pray. In the pious deeds I would like to excel. For my sins I would love not to go to hell, but the colorless scent of the heavenly wine cast on my soul the irresistible spell. Rather than kneeling piously 5 times a day, all your worldly possessions at once give away. Just imagine what riches are stored up in heaven. Put your trust in His word. God would never betray. I shall neither forget nor stop till my last day to look for the bright side among these shades of grey. I have found that your face is even brighter than the sun, prettier than the flowers of May.